On Abbott Elementary Season 1 Episode 10, the episode begins with Janine awkwardly trying to join students doing double dutch in the gym during recess. While she stands on the sidelines too afraid to jump in, Jacob goes for it and is shockingly good at double dutch, teasing Janine with a rhyme about how jealous she is. In the teacher's lounge the next morning, Melissa confirms that she ordered food for the upcoming open house. Barbara and Jacob are excited, but Gregory is worried he'll have to spend a lot of time socializing with parents. Melissa and Barbara reassure him that next to no one shows up every year. In a breakaway, Barbara explains that anyone in the neighborhood can attend the open house as well as parents, but attendance is always very low since people have to work. Noticing that Janine is studying hard in the corner, Melissa asks why she's trying so hard to impress parents who won't even bother. Janine is getting ready to meet with her student Nina's mother. Nina has been struggling in class, and Janine knows this is a pivotal moment for her education. She needs her mother's help, and the mom promised to show up to the open house. Worriedly, Janine mentions that she doesn't want Nina to end up like Ava, who is dressed in a DJ uniform to MC the open house. When Gregory asks why Ava isn't trying to impress the superintendent, who's coming to the open house, she tells him about how she caught the superintendent cheating on his wife. When Gregory finds out that's how she got the job, he's horrified to realize she beat him for the position because of blackmail. At the open house, Janine waits hours for Nina's mother to show up. Nervous about the upcoming conversation, she heads to Barbara's classroom where she finds Barbara meeting with her glamorous daughter Taylor. Taylor is visiting from New York, and Janine is immediately jealous of her seemingly perfect relationship with Barbara. Feeling awkward and out of place, Janine tells Taylor that she's Barbara's work daughter and tells her not to be jealous, which Taylor clearly isn't. Janine didn't have a positive relationship with her mother growing up, and it's obvious that she sees Barbara as a mother figure in her life. After telling a weird story about seeing a rat and getting hit by flying trash in New York City, Janine tries to insert herself into Barbara and Taylor's dinner plans. Inadvertently, she opens up an old argument between them. Taylor is a sales representative for a high-end alcohol brand, and Barbara thinks she could be doing so much more with her skills, like teaching or helping people. Taylor gets defensive and storms out after telling Barbara that dedicating her life to children has only made her unable to afford a mortgage. On the way out, she tells Janine that what Barbara really wants is for Taylor to be more like Janine. In the teacher's lounge, Gregory has given up on life and his rigid professionalism. He guzzles junk food in the halls, loosens his tie and shirt, and walks around with slumped shoulders. In the teacher's lounge, he runs into Taylor, and they commiserate together until Barbara comes to find her and apologize. In the library, Mr. Johnson, Melissa, and Jacob get together to play a friendly game of poker, and Melissa and Mr. Johnson promise to go easy on Jacob, who hasn't played before. Ava DJs inappropriate songs on the school's PA system, and when Superintendent Collins arrives, she reminds him he can't do anything about it unless he wants his infidelity revealed. As she takes him on a tour of the school, Ava and the superintendent run into Gregory, who is still looking slumped and disheveled. Meanwhile, Janine is still waiting in her classroom for Nina's mother to show up. Janine leaves a message for her, but things aren't looking good. Deciding to fix things between Barbara and Taylor instead, Janine is disappointed to find them hugging each other in Barbara's classroom. Barbara tells Taylor she loves her and will always be proud of her, and Janine awkwardly backs out of the room. Feeling downtrodden, Janine texts her own mother several times trying to check on her and receives no response. On her way out of her classroom, Nina's mother finally shows up. Janine is pent up and hurt over the events of the day, and lays into Nina's mom for being late and not supporting her daughter. Nina's mother explains that she was saving a man's life in the ER, and Janine feels terrible. She apologizes and explains that it's a personal issue, and they sit down together to try and figure out a solution for Nina. Janine explains that she wants to work together with Nina's mom to solve her struggles in reading and math, and Nina's mom thanks her and hugs her while telling Janine how lucky Nina is to have her. Happy with how things turned out, Janine heads to the teacher's lounge where she shares how excited she is with Gregory. She asks him what's wrong, and he tells her he's still processing some things.